Put it up with Kimura to start with, just so everyone understands where we're going to. And it comes up a lot. People deal with this heaps of different ways, and there's like a multitude of options to choose from here. But we're going to work a very, very specific scenario, and it's nice and easy. So I'm going to have Mal on side and she's going to have like the cross-face side control, so hands under, and she has the underhook. So she's in a far better position than me. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and rescue my right arm on my frame. I'm going to try and drive into my partner, so to try and roll her over this way, or at least create space to hip escape to be able to rescue guard or quarter guard. So what I'm going to do this is I'll run my hips into Mal and run my head away, and that creates space to get my arm in. So a lot of the time that we're here is, the more that I move my head weight to create space, the more she cross faces, and the more I can end up on the whole side, which is no good effect. So we do the opposite, which is I walk my feet away and I turn my head in. That's going to give me that action reaction where I'm kind of driving in and then come back out to rescue my arm. So it's two motions. Once again, I'm kind of here, so she's got the heavy cross face. So I'm walking my leg into her to create space to get my arm. It does two things. My knee's now up against her hips, so if she does try to upgrade to knee on value amount, I can block it because I'm now closer to her hips, but my leg's not straight. Where simply by a bridge or hip escape, on my feet on the ground, she's got the option to upgrade straight away. Yeah, okay, so it's kind of two purposes. So the arm's on the outside. So what I'm doing is I'm walking both of my knees and my feet towards my partner, and by default taking my head away. Does that kind of make sense? I'll pull my arm in and I come back into position. So now that my frame's on the inside, I can start kicking my grip and my counter. But most importantly, my knee is on her leg, so it's harder for her to upgrade now. So this makes it easier for me to start to create the space because it's harder for her to stop it now. One more time. So the she has a cross face from here, always in her face. And what I'm going to do from here is I walk my knees into my partner and I walk my head away. Don't create space to get my arm in. I've blocked out the upgrade, so it's harder, not impossible, for her to upgrade. Along the different reasons, we're going to try and bridge to come over to at least create space to rescue guard or quarter guard. Let's start that glass. 1, 2, 3. And there's two things that are going to happen that she's looking for that will dictate her next move. Is this. Okay. Once I start to either do one of two things, I'll explain. If I walk my feet away and I bring my head in, she's going to take the arm over my head and under my armpit. I'm going to take the arm over my head and under my armpit to isolate the arm. So it's 100% isolated. Does that kind of make sense? Number two, this is anytime that I start to create space from here, it's easier for her as I hip escape to bring the elbow over my head once again, get to the position. Once we're in this position from here, to stop the guard rescue is this. Her left hand's going to be down by my armpit, her right hand goes in front of my hips. So her left hand goes under my armpit, her right hand goes in front of my hips. Now this is the deal. As I'm trying to nudge her forward to get to my knees, she's simply going to walk around to north-south. So I'm going to nudge like that. Her hand now picks up my forearm, and we're in the Kimura. Because we're in north-south, having travelled to the far side, this is a better Kimura position than it is on the back side. And because I've exploded, my arm's generally out. The key for you is this, and this is the hardest part. While the arm's in the air, you're going to slowly put it behind my back and complete the Kimura. Right, so it's really important that we're actually, we're using that drive I'm trying to do as I'm exploding to roll you over to capitalise on the Kimura. And again, so now it's here. So the key on this one is really simple, is anytime that I'm going to explode, so I've already got my right arm in my frame, as I'm exploding, the hand goes over my head, and we just walk to north-south. Yeah. Now, your hand goes from my hip to my wrist. Kimura. I like to, once I'm here, I like to squeeze the knees so you control the head, so it's harder for me to roll out of it as well. Easy to do. Take the arm away from my body, take it up again, down the backside, Kimura comes on. So this is working on, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm doing the correct step, I'm trying to bridge and rescue, guard and recover. The difference on this is that you're isolating my arm 100%, so it's hard for me to recover. Right. A lot of people, they go to far side to the arm bar, but my momentum's going to carry me a little bit further. So it's really important that we don't go far side, we actually stop on the north-south, and it's going to give you better options as far as your either arm bar, choke, or Kimura. Let's go, Emma, for this one. So Emma's on flight control. And what's happened is she's got crossface. I've managed to rescue my arm. So the instant that I rescue my arm, your arm goes over my head. So you isolate my arm. As I bridge from here, you see the use the bridge to go north-south, come round. Now, think about this way. The hand, your hand now grabs, hold it, so your right hand grabs my wrist. Yep. Take my arm away from me so I can't hold it, lift up and put it down. One more time. I'm just going to explain a little detail. And this is going to help make it really, like settle really well. Is once your hand goes over, right, it's really important that your right hand goes under my hip now, on the side closest to you. So that stops me from recovering. So you kind of, like, so as I bridge, I can't, and that means that your hand's already here to take the Kimura as well, because on the other side it's quite hard to grab it. So we want to bring the hand in front of my hip so it stops me from rolling, and also you get the Kimura nice and tight. Take the hand away from the body, lift up, and put it on the back side. So that little hand placement front hip is key. It's going to save you a lot of time, and trying to hunt that arm to get the Kimura, it's going to be right there for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, 3 minutes. What happens this time is that I've created space from here, so it's harder for Mel to get a hand over my head. So what it is, I've created space, so it's harder for her, and I've blocked the hip out. Does that, everyone kind of understand that? We're now going to do the opposite, so we're going to start right knee up, the right knee on top of my body, your right knee.
No. My right leg. I was just like, right leg. Yeah? Yeah? No?
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do is just think about it this way. We're going to use our arm, we're going to attack this wrist. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to spin your Meryl's right knee behind the base of my neck, and we're going to keep our left foot on the side of the body. So slide your right knee. Cool. Okay. Now, because this Kimura, right, if you think about it this way, the way those people do is they try and take the Kimura that way, but you're compromising your base. So you lift your hand up and you like a salute and I'll fight Kimura that way. Yeah? So anytime you take it down, I'm going to roll. And because both hands on the same side, you can't post, and you basically face plant, which is kind of one of the things that I do to people a lot. So we want to make sure that we're going the right way. The whole thing about it from here is if I defend it, the arm bar's there or the choke is there, once again. So what's happened is when we side control and my frame on the inside, and whether the hand's here or here, it's actually a round left on this. So we're going to go here, and she goes right knee over, steps right knee to the back of my neck. Easy peasy. So this one's actually a relatively easy motion too, but it's the knee on top and sliding the knee behind my shoulder that makes it typically keep the knee down low, and they're not in a position to isolate the shoulder. Emma. So and the difference on this one is Emma can't get her left hand over, so I've created the distance. So she steps up on her right knee, and her right knee slides back side from here. Now, the hand touches, and you're pretty much in the Kimura position. Once again, I'm going to try and dig my arm in to roll you. So you attach the shoulder, my elbow to your shoulder or chest, look up to the ceiling, and that's going to power. Easy peasy. Yep. Chokes, etc. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let's go, guys. 2 minutes. And this is the key, right? So we start side chop, and she's just got to work out, does the hand go over my head or does it go over my head? So if I start to move this way, hand goes over, she blocks out the hip with with her right hand, your right hand, and goes in front of my hip, your side. Go to north south. Come on. If your hand can't go over my head, right, so I go here, backside, so right knee goes under my body, step around, tap the Kimura from that side. So, if your hand can go over